Yeah, also, why does it think it's being attacked by the dead? I think that was a UI bug, because that is very much my dwarves' thoughts. Why did you have my dwarves' thoughts, you mind suck? What the fuck? Anyway, the dwarves go back to doing the beating the crap out of the zombie thing. There's blood on the ground. Are any of my dwarves dead just yet? Not that I'm seeing, although we do have some serious injuries. The zombie is still healthy, so this is a moot point. This ain't gonna work. So yeah, we're gonna just quit without saving and jump back to that save that I started. So yeah, that's a bad idea. No, because they're fighting in melee. They don't shoot bolts in melee. I was literally telling them to go attack it with nothing. They had nothing. So I'm going to do the exact same thing, except I'm going to be smart this time. I'm going to take this squad and I'm going to give them a metal armor uniform instead. So now you have what? An axe? That's something. There's a reason I quick save there, in case you didn't know. So, I don't know. I guess we'll just wait for it to get caught in a cage eventually, because it will. I just can't be asked. I was just curious if they could actually kill it, which clearly they can't, so it's a moot point. Down here, we're going to keep digging. Because once again, I don't actually care about the rhinos in any way. So if the rhinos die, the rhinos die. Not what I wanted. But that particular zombie will, you know, eventually make its way into the trap or leave the map. Whatever happens first. I'm not going to sacrifice a bunch of dwarves for nothing. And if it stays there long enough, we'll eventually, once I clear out this space, build ourselves a forge and just kill it. If we have to do that, we'll do it that way, but I'd rather not. Some Eldritch shit? Yeah, no kidding. It's definitely a UI bug, but it's just so strange to see. And I think not. Oh, no, all of this is in the burrow. All right, well, Rhino's getting chased past this way. Where's the zombie at currently? Please. Just please. Zombie, you're a zombie shape. See this hole? This is a zombie shape hole. Zombie, go in the zombie hole. Please go into the zombie hole, zombie. Is your name Rob? Because you look like a zombie and you need to go into the zombie hole. I think I understand now how all of these, like, square object, go in the square hole memes come from. Fucking... Ah! Please. Please. Yeah. All right. I guess another option I have is this. Another thing I wasn't planning on doing. But might as well, because it thematically fits the design of the fort anyway. I didn't plan this very well. By that, I mean I didn't plan this at all. That'll work. All right, you go to there, delete that, go this way, and I'm sorry, where am I? Just completely lost my location. How goes Fort? I don't want to talk about it. Next question. It's fine. I mean, I've got an annoying zombie that refuses to path into a cage trap, and I can't be asked to actually make the zombie path into the cage trap. And I have baby rhinos, which are now dying because it's life is pain. You've had a rough 48 hours? Oh no. Sucks. Where is zombie? The game stopped working. If you typed an exclamation point goal, you would get the sum up. Or not goal, last fort. Exclamation point last fort. It tells you what happened in the last fort. The game stopped working, so we stopped. Yeah, we have a command which is exclamation point last fort, which 9 out of 10 times will tell you what happened in the last fort. Sometimes I forget to update it, but I have updated it. So, if you want the quick sum up and don't feel like looking into it more than that. All right, well, there's magnetite down here, so I guess I won't mine that out. Hello, Corn. Going all right. I'm not accidentally wasting any stuff. Meaning I could do this at higher priority, so we should do that. Stairs dug. This fort is about the lovely little volcano. No, it's because we really want to steal a mug. This entire fortress is a very sophisticated ad campaign to steal a very specific mug. There's a Legends video on the YouTube channel right now about it if you want to look. They're probably going to vault out of this, by the way. Which I'm a little bit worried about, but what can I really do? I'm going to do a short temporary spooky fort, although It's only gonna last like a day or two, probably. Which we'll do like around Halloween and play on Halloween. Although the last fort kind of ended up being a spooky fort too. This one, I just want to do what I wanted to do with the last fort, which is I want to defend with crossbow bolts. That's all I really want to do with this fort. That is the only actual goal of this fort. Same with the last fort. The only actual goal for it was to defend the fort with bolts. But there wasn't enough iron, so I generated a new world that would have more metal. I made a better world with metal and metal. So now that I've made a better world with metal and metal, I'm going to try and a mug, apparently. I'm going to try and steal some of the mug. Speaking of mugs, there's a new mug for sale. Are you a certified minecart operator, chat? No. You want to know why it has so much survivability? It's because this smart critter right here has no bolts. So the reason they have survivability is because zombies move slowly, and this guy is out of ammo, and has been out of ammo since he initially got here. So he's just running in circles because he's out of ammo. So the reason they have so much survivability right now, and the reason that rhino has so much survivability, is because he can't catch it. So it's just running away from him. That's why it has so much survivability right now. It's because he hasn't done anything to it in like the last 2 weeks of in-game time. He's just running around, or she's just, I actually haven't looked. Zambi, he's just running around and can't catch it. So that's why it has survivability. It's not because it actually has survivability. It is simply because it's a rhino. All right, so I slaughter everything that's in my cages because they're all going to die if I don't. And also because I need the extra cages. And say 1, 2, 3, 4 cage traps. I will build 2 walls right here. No, not really. Running around doesn't train you for anything. If it was actively fighting it, yeah. But, no, it'll just be a normal rhino. Nothing really is changing. It's not like this is benefiting or changing the fort in any meaningful way, really. Did I ever build a... No, yeah, I did. Okay, butcher shop, sweet. Let's grab a leatherworkers. Boyers. I'm also going to make bone bolts. So let's Tanner. And you right here. Nope, not you. You right here. I thought I saw dwarves running from something. I was like, what are you fighting? No, they're just hauling stuff. Okay. Please, somebody is coming to load these cage traps. Nope. Okay. Cool. Cool. So I should have empty cages. I do in fact have empty cages, but I have to dump all of these plump helmet spawns out of here. See if that still works. Let's go to shields, should be clearer. Yeah. If I do this, it's not exactly what I wanted to do here. So if I do this and this, and then claim everything, no, don't actually dump the cages. Let's see if they dump the stuff off of them. Let's see if that still works. Baroness is obsessed with tables. She constantly requires new tables, bans the export of tables, and requires very specific tables to be put in her bedroom. Okay? What's the problem? Cool. Got the copper maces and such. Do I have a dwarf with skills? Laya, you have skills in fighting. You can go get a shield and thing. And I'm going to put a 3 tile by 3 tile thingy here so you can go start training. I'm going to open the door and try and kill this zombie in a little bit once they figure out how to put these cages in them. All right. I can also deconstruct this, deconstruct this, deconstruct this, and just keep the 2 of them. Because I need the cage traps up here. And all that. Set you to no orders. Even better, just training. Curious as to what's actually available now. There you go. You can go grab some sort of chainmail. You can go train with this axe here. Horse is starving. Excellent. All of this anxious risk here is literally in the service of maybe getting the opportunity to save my livestock. That's literally all this is for. Because they're currently all starving to death. How good are you? Rusty at everything? You want excitement. Well, if we can get you past your noviceness, maybe we can go just fight him. But I'm hoping that I can tempt the zombie into attacking me via this. Oh, this probably... No, wait, what? Eh? Up the priority? There you go. Okay. They may not actually have anything left. Do you have any bolts? Oh, yeah, you do. That's cool. Neat. All right, so all these are open. Let's open the front door. They're conducting a meeting? Who are you attending a meeting with? Oh, Hooded giraffe is having meeting. I like that suited giraffe is relieved after remembering being near a waterfall. I have no idea how you were ever near a waterfall. It must have just been like my aquifer dripping or something. Let's see. It literally must have just been like my aquifer dripping. It's near some water that fell. Yeah, I have no idea how. This is gonna take years for this guy to path. All right, well, now we wait. Now we wait. You begun a mysterious construction. That was quick. Rough white jades, you've claimed. Any bets on what Red Octobear makes, chat room? I always forget that gypsum is auto-mineable. It's crazy. Always forget this. Another matching white jade chest. That would be pretty cool. But I'm not expecting that. But it would be pretty cool. This is a white jade mug to go into the white jade chest. Our Red Octobear the gem cutter has created Keskalanangis Tetist Iltang, a white jade mug, and offers it to the ageless creation. This is a white jade mug. All craft store ship is of the highest quality. This object menaces with spikes of white jade. Cool. That can go into the tavern, I think. Is to get them with liquid on a pedestal. Doesn't it automatically dump out the liquid when they're poured out? So if like it's removed from a pedestal, like, so if a dwarf fills it up with liquid and then drops it, wouldn't it? Chat, I just want you to know, this is your fault. I would like you to know that this is your fault. The dead baby rhino currently sitting there is your fault. I would just like to inform you of that. That's your fault. There's, it's your fault. Nothing I can do. Now there's a dead baby rhino. In other news, we caught the zombie. So the siege is over. Let's release the dwarves and throw these fucking zombies into the volcano, eh? What do you think, chat? Does that seem fair? It seems fair to me. In better news, though, I can make a new pen pasture zone right here. And I can move that stray adult rhino there. I can cancel the slaughtering of all the babies. We'll still slaughter the other things, that's fine. And I can put all of my stray rhinos here. It's just a normal rhino. Stray. Okay. The next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to finish training you. I'll keep the adult alpaca. Might as well pasture them here for now. And okay. And then I'm going to go down to this, and I'm going to remove this. And I'm going to go all the way up to here. Oh, wow. I actually have to build a ramp up to here? That's kind of rad. Okay, so I'm going to build a spot right here out of orange wood, because orange says they'll take the blame. I'm going to place that there. And then I'm going to move up one. And then we're going to wait for them to build that. And these stupid creatures are going to get what's coming to them. The Great Burning. The very slow, long burning. The very slow, long burning of falling all the way down. The very long, slow of long burning. All the way down. Who? Don't know what you're talking about, Orange. Never met him. The thing is, I need to actually get this kind of high up, otherwise the dwarves are gonna, you know, catch fire. What deck am I using? That one. It's also powering my microphone, so I wouldn't recommend it, unless like you also need to power a microphone. But the Zoom makes good stuff, so.
Been too busy to watch very much during the week recently.
Me too.
But wanted to pop in and say thanks for showing me Q'd through your channel.
Hey.
I've been very addicted, lol.
Good game. Thanks for playing Cud. I like the way she says Q'd. 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 It's like she forgets how to speak, which I don't blame her. It's not a real word, but like, come on. It's Cud, not Q'd. Everybody loves the K's of Q'd. All right, so this is going to go here. And this is going to go here. Dwarf 1. And now we're waiting on Dwarf Part 2. Anytime this year. There you are. Well, that's going to take them a little bit. So let's jump back down here and actually, like, make this area safe-ish. I'm going to put a door right here, which I'm going to lock. Going to leave those there for right now, I think. And maybe deconstruct the end and put a door there. So I do have a trained rhinoceros and a trained baby rhinoceros and a trained baby rhinoceros calf. Or a trained rhinoceros calf. This one was repentant after being confined. Must value the law. This one felt guilty, however. They've clearly got the zoomies. This one was patient when it was confined. Must have been an adult. Oh, why is there a smear of horse blood on the ground? Why are they running so quickly? It's like they're upset. Maybe they're upset that their whole family died. I would be. You can put that there, sweet. And then I can go down here and I can put a floor piece in there. Bum, done. They are cute, yep. Yep. Do I sleep? I slept for, okay, well, I ended stream last night at 6:30, 6:15-ish. And I was in bed at 11. I woke up at 8, and I turned the stream back on at 9. So, yeah, I sleep. Some of them are saved. Not this one. Or this horse. Or all of the meat that I had to ruin. Alright, so I only need to actually go to right here. So I kind of just screwed it up, but... the dwarves have arrived just in time to train. Great timing, guys. I'm not prepared for horse brain, thanks. Okay. I like how the moods have more or less sorted out after that. You return? Congratulations on your successful return. I want scepters and cheese next year. All right. Does rhino cheese work? Can you make rhino cheese? I'm assuming you can milk a rhino. Never tried. We better try to milk a rhino after all this bullshit that you've made me go through. That's generally what dwarves do with prepared things, is they eat them, yes. Beer, 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 beer. This dwarf's conducting a meeting. I need a dwarf that's constructing a building. There you are. Yeah, it's what you pull out of the bottom of a rhino hoof. It's rhino cheese, obviously. We're now going to jump over to cages. And I'm going to throw you into here, throw you into here. I'm going to throw you into here. And that's all of them. So, how does it feel to be about to die? You as well? Good Lord. And also, I'm going to put a refuse stockpile right here for corpses, and also refuse. And I'm gonna jump over to here. We're gonna go to labor. Yes. Which means everybody's gonna. Uh-oh. No more stationing, please. In fact, don't do anything. Just go help. I need hands. Such as whale milk? I would like to remind you that your body is not designed to digest things. Whale milk is thicker than like yogurt. So it's not like you would need to almost slice whale milk likely. For me, like, as somebody who as an adult has started to grow in the direction of disliking milk in general, this discussion makes me feel sick. That might also be because I have a cold. I mean, you could just be a normal person and, like, you know, just get goat cheese like the rest of us. Why don't you just drink rat milk? Because bats are just rats with wings. All right, let's see if there's any more tame rhinos I can put into there. Or an untamed rhino. Basically, I want to know what's up with humans' obsession with eating baby food. Because that's basically what you're doing if you're eating milk, if you're drinking milk, is you're eating baby food. I'm not a baby cow, so I've kind of stopped drinking cow's milk. I'll eat cheese, because that's a product of something else. But, like, I don't know. You're just big babies? Well, put on a diaper then. Ask mommy to spank you. I'm doing all right, Red Dragon. In a bit of a weird mood today, but doing all right. Very annoyed with appliances and stuff. So, you know, getting by. Currently cleaning up a mess that some zombies left for me. I mean, if you can teach rats, I don't know what the intelligence level of a rat is versus a bat, but I don't know if these were both dwarves, but they both died, so I'll make them both slabs. I've got some bolts now. Probably just keep that and melt it down. Guess I will sell them some mechanisms, is what I will trade. Oh, no, I get it. And now it's mostly marketing. I mean, there's a very, 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 very high percentage of the population is lactose intolerant and doesn't know it. And I can tell you this, after not drinking milk straight or having milk with oatmeal or cereal or anything for about 3 years, because I haven't bought milk since 2019, so it's been 3.5, 4 years. I had a latte a couple weeks ago with whole milk, and I felt nauseous for like 3 hours. So I'm not a scientist, but I know what my body feels like, and that wasn't a pleasant feeling. I don't really want to feel that again. All right, so I got 402 trading money. Let's just buy 2 iron bars. Maybe? Okay, 2 and a copper. Do that. And we want to eat. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. Nope. Baka. Well, that's fine. I'll pretend I did. I missed you so much, dude. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the last 20 minutes of time away. Just like a lot of weird eating habits in other parts of the world, such as eating insects and spiders. See, to me, I would rather eat insects and spiders, because that's me being a predator. That's us just being the bigger animal. We wouldn't have survived without you, Baka. We all surely would have perished without your guidance and support. How would we know where to go if we didn't have somebody to go first? You had to take care of your daughter. Oh gosh. Well, can forget about that. That's a problem that's behind you. Someone needs to find all the traps. Absolutely, totally. Just like you know. Since you're taking such good care of your daughter, though, Baka, I would like to remind you that everybody in this chat is a certified minecart operator, which means you yourself can purchase a certified minecart minecart certification mug, proving to the world that you are, in fact, a certified minecart operator. So if you would like to show the world that you are one of the few Earthrealm certified minecart operators in existence, I recommend picking up the certified minecart operator mug. Not to be confused with a smooth minecart operator mug. That's a bit of a different thing. Oh, God. Please don't ever say fresh glass of baka juice in that order ever again. Okay, sweet. We got another rhino. That's now stray. So we've upgraded the rhino count to 4. Chat room. And Shady here. Oh, gosh. I just realized I'm a big idiot. All right, stop dumping these. Hopefully, now we can get rid. I like how they were they used avocado pits to train the rhino. All right, so chat, after these 2 cages get thrown into the volcano, we'll do another naming session because we're getting more dwarves. I actually really one of the greatest things I ever bought when I was in California, Elfie Bean, was barbecue roasted locusts. They were delicious. They were like crispy crackers that were like 90% protein. They were so goddamn good. Oh my God. Like they had almost negative carbs. They had so much protein. It was wonderful. It's like protein and fiber. Like, geez. Chat, I'm literally, so you guys aren't seeing this because this is a private Discord conversation, but my friend Kevin is like discovering Iron Maiden in real time after seeing them live. So I'm just going to read this. I need to listen to more Iron Maiden. I got to find more CDs cheap. I really like Revelations. That song is great. How have I not heard Fear of the Dark before? What is happening? This bass line is incredible. Followed, this is like every 30 minutes, followed by, I was really impressed listening to Peace of Mind after seeing them live. Now that is something to compare the live performance to. How does he still have vocals? Hasn't fucked up his throat from smoking or screaming or something. He's misspelled fucked. That's funny. There's a guy in Poland that hunts wasps' nests and eats the larvae alive? Huh. I've eaten mealworms before. Honestly, for me, for insects, as long as they're like basically either baked or roasted and like covered in like the same sort of thing you'd cover chips in, I'm generally good with them. That's when it comes to eating insects, that's kind of how I feel. Okay. I need to get more bedrooms marked. So let's just do that real quick before I do anything else. Or alternatively, I'm totally fine with insect powder being used as part of flour, meaning there is one brand, but it's kind of expensive, so I don't generally buy it. They make a protein bread, which is just a perfectly normal bread, except they substitute 10% of the flour for insect protein, and it's great. You can eat a sandwich and get your protein without putting meat on it. It's fantastic. This is an excellent thing. Like, we have the technology. This is great. If you don't see how this is amazing, then like, I don't know. You've used cricket flour for baking. It's pretty good. It's pretty cool stuff. What's even better is you can feed people cricket flour and not tell them. Just tell them that it's flour and they just won't ever notice because it tastes exactly exactly the same. All right, let's do this and that. Yeah, I don't understand like the anger against eating bugs. But then again, I don't understand a lot of conservative viewpoints, so I guess it's kind of a moot point. It's like, oh no, change. What if change better? Oh no, change. Okay, well, if you don't like change that much, can we just get rid of pennies then? And they go, oh no, change! Anyway. Getting rid of pennies would improve America, just whole cloth. It'd be a better place if you didn't have pennies. All right, our training stray rhinos. We're getting rid of penis. I don't even know if that was intentional or not. Anyway. You haven't tried the flowers, but you had the actual crickets, and while they're not bad, you're not really fond of them. Yeah, that's fair. They're a weird texture. Cage just vanished? Somebody hauling that? There we go. Gobsneck is doing the honors. Yeah, no, texture-wise, they're weird. I completely understand that, but I'm, like, immune to weird texture food. Immune to weird food textures. I'm a little odd like that. I acknowledge that. But I like crispy foods and I like crunchy foods, so to me it's like, if you just pretend you're eating chips, they're great. I do agree though that they need the legs removed though. Anyway, burn! Human criminal! Burn! Yeah, I mean, like, if you don't like the texture, that's why insect powder can be very useful. I love how it's become human corpse and cage. And the seeds split out because they were full. All right. And we got one more. One more. That's it. The miracles of Dwarven engineering. Well, it was down to layer 26 before the cage burnt. Because we're following the cage, not actually what's in the cage. I think I can follow what's in the cage. Let me see. There we go. Should be able to follow this one a little deeper. Let's see how deep this one goes. I'm not risking letting them out of the cages first. It's just not worth it. And then we can get back to building fun stuff, because I've been building boring stuff for a while. All right, let's see how deep this one makes it. I'm ready to pause if the cage breaks. This is layer 26 where the last one shut off. Although that may also just be as deep as we can see, because these aren't part of my faction, so... Yeah, I think that's just as deep as we can see. And they burnt up shortly after that. All right. Let's double check that, actually. Oh, no, we can see deeper than that. Yeah, you're right. They only made it that deep. It's not very deep. The bodies probably made it further, but that's how deep they made it while they were still alive. All right, now that all that shite is done. Chat, would anybody like a dwarf? I will name, let's just say 3 dwarves. So the way we're going to do this is pick a number between 1 and 50. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 50. Shout outs to the person who said 69. Between 1 and 50. You guys can guess as many times as you like. First person to get it right wins. Some of you are very close. Between 1 and 50. Between 1 and 50. Literally looking for this number, and I haven't seen it yet. Somebody was 1 off, but nobody's actually said the number yet. Somebody else was just 1 off, but nobody said... Somebody else was just 1 off. There we go. Gezeth got it. It was 26 was the number I was looking for. So I'ma give ya Cybrek, who's legendary at something, or a competent spear dwarf, apparently. There was several 24s and several 25s and a couple 27s, but nobody said 26. This dwarf is a competent spear dwarf, and disdains leisure time. Was previously part of the National Pages, which was a nomadic group. Probably had spears back then. You brought your youngest daughter with you as well, and you have a previous master. I think this might be a demon, actually. Imimi? That or it's like an elf, or just a normal elf, but I've seen that name before, maybe in Legends. I don't handle pressure, well, you said, but you don't like leisure time, so interesting. You're a quarreler and cheerless. She dislikes abstract discussions and would much rather focus on practical examples. This was an earlier 26. All right, we'll give them the daughter then. Most practical examples. She is dour as a rule and is conflicted by this since she values parties and merrymaking in the abstract. She is somewhat quarrelsome and she is bothered by this since she values friendship. I was worried that would happen. I'll just give the earlier 26 the next dwarf. She tends to ask others for help with difficult decisions and has a tendency towards forming deep and emotional bonds with others and can sometimes fall in love or develop positive sentiments. She has a sense of duty, and she can be a little wasteful when working on projects. She tends to hang on to grievances, and she does not go out of her way to help others, and she can sometimes act without deliberation. She thinks she's fairly important in the grand scheme of things, and she doesn't handle stress well. She takes offered help and gifts without feeling particularly grateful, and she finds herself quite hopeful about the future. When she's thinking, her body becomes very still, and she is easily distracted during conversations when she's bored. She dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. Personally finds leisure time to be wasteful and respects perseverance. And which god do you worship? It's very important. I found one, I think. So I think that's one. I think somebody, I think this dwarf worships the giant chinchilla. We finally found someone who worships the chinchilla, chat room. I will find you here. You know, we'll just go with what I said earlier. All right, so the other 26, which I screwed up on, my bad, can get this. Thank you for pointing that out as well. I can find it. So this can be Gesterium. You're 11, meaning you'll probably grow up. And you also worship Avuz Crestgold, the chinchilla god. I don't actually think it's a giant chinchilla, but the chinchilla god all the same. She does everything in her power to avoid excitement and stress, and doesn't generally think before acting. She is grounded in reality, and she can be easily fall into love. She is or develop positive feelings. She is slow to anger and curious and eager to learn. She tends to be a little wasteful when working on projects. She is grateful when others help her out, and she tries to return favors. She does not cling tightly to ideas and is open to changing her mind, and she is pleased by her own appearance and talents. She tends to hang on to grievances, and she generally finds herself to be quite hopeful about the future. She prefers that everyone live as harmoniously as possible, and she can occasionally lose focus on the matter at hand. She personally strongly values tranquility and quiet, and finds friendship burdensome. And she believes it is important to conceal emotions and refrain from complaining. Was also a member of the National Pages previously. Literally every single dwarf in Dwarf Fortress, regardless of age, needs alcohol to get through the working day. That's how dwarves work in this video game. There's no yikes there. That's just how the game works. Humans do not need alcohol to get through the working day, regardless of age, in this game. Dwarves do, though. Make you High Priest of Chinchilla? I'd need them to request a form. They would need to request a temple in order for that to happen. And the temple would need to form. So I would need 10 worshippers of a religion formed around that god to make you into a high priest. Okay, let's make some more. Whoop. UGDPY, hello. Hell yeah. Well, thank you for binging Heatstone. Chat. We'll do another quiz. What am I holding right now? First person to get it right gets the next dwarf, assuming they don't already have a dwarf. Laya, you already have a dwarf, so UGDPY gets it. I was holding her at. You were right, though, so. She doesn't stick with things even if minor difficulties arise. She is prone to strong feelings of lust, and she finds humor in most situations. She tends to ask others for help with difficult decisions, and she isn't given to flights of fancy. She prefers that everyone live as harmoniously as possible, and she is slow to anger. She has a tendency towards forming deep and emotional bonds with others, and she has a calm demeanor. She can handle stress, and she is quite comfortable with others that have a different appearance or culture. She is moved by art and natural beauty, and she is conflicted by this for more than one reason. When she's surprised, she has a very unique laugh. Pa! Sorry, that's my imitation of her very unique laugh. She needs alcohol to get through the working day and is getting used to tragedy. She dreams of crafting a masterwork someday and personally finds those that develop skill with weapons and fighting distasteful. Sees guile and cutting as boring and doesn't see cooperation as valuable. And dreams of crafting a masterwork someday, and this dream was realized. You foresee horrific death of dwarf in 15 minutes. Good to know. You do not worship the chinchilla god, so you failed us. Do you have friends? I need to re-click that and look again. You do have friends. You're friends with Irvad, who's dead. QN Green Tea, Bombrek, Still, and Base Case False, and Shady, as well as Terminal Wetness. You know Shady and Terminal Wetness, passing acquaintances. But you do have a friend, however, your best friend is dead. All right, I need to place some... I have some tombstones to place. Dwarves in this fort are just going to get volcano death. Volcano burial, should I say. And I'm going to start digging out little areas around here and filling them up with tombstones. Soldier? What do you mean? Should I make that dwarf into a soldier? I mean, I could, but, like, why? So the current priority is get these dwarves, set up for defense. That's the current priority. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to start hauling those boulders out of the top side, up here. So this right here needs to become a more used stockpile. And I'm going to make another wooden minecart, just one. And we also need to set up more bedrooms. So we're going to make one more wooden minecart. I'm going to make this into a route from right here to... I need a track stop here. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to zip boulders over to here. We also need to get the underground pasture done, so I need to continue mining out up this. Mining out up this. Yes, that's words. What do you think, UGDPY? Would you like to be a soldier? Like, you're not wrong. They would do okay, but... Would you like to be a soldier? I tend to agree that constructed tracks look a lot cooler, but they do require resources. And often a not trivial amount of resources. Also, chat room, because people are asking for tutorials, I've started taking notes for ideas. I am planning on making a swimming pool water video, which is going to be in the ideas series, which isn't going to be like a tutorial necessarily. It's just going to be an idea, basically a short video, and like some things you can do with some ways to teach dwarves to swim. I want to make a tutorial on everything you can do with levers. And I'm going to make a tutorial on Mark's Dwarves. Those are my plans for tutorials to go up while I'm at TwitchCon in Vegas. I leave on Wednesday. We'll be back on... well, I'll be back for the Tuesday after that. So, just so that you guys know what I'm currently working on. When will they be out? While I'm there. I also have a bunch of highlights to edit. Because I was looking, and the reason I want to do that is because I was looking at the wiki page for levers the other day, and you know what I discovered while I was looking at the wiki page for levers? I learned that you could hook levers up to track stops for minecarts. Did you know that, chat? That you can hook up levers to minecart track stops? Because I didn't. Basically just removing their brakes, which is interesting. Does anyone know how to rebuild natural walls to smooth them later? You can't do that. They're not more valuable than built walls. It depends on the material of the built wall. But once you've dug them out, you've dug them out. That's it. Yeah, you could also use that instead of a drawbridge to block your minecarts. But it doesn't, like, equal a wall. It just stops them from moving. Yeah, I guess you'd have to cast obsidian. That would be like your only real way, but you can't rebuild unbuilt walls or dugout walls. You know, it's funny. There was somebody who commented recently saying that they're surprised that like beds don't require cloth, and same with windmills. They're like, for all this complexity that this game has, it's weird that some things aren't complex. It's like, Dwarf Fortress doesn't necessarily have gameplay complexity, it has mechanical complexity. So there's a lot of like places where you think, oh yeah, that could be deeper than it is. And yeah, it could be, but for the sake of like keeping gameplay doable for most people, it doesn't work that way. Which is kind of interesting. I quite like the way Dwarf Fortress approaches complexity, because a lot of games are just like, yeah, let's make everything tedious. Whereas Dwarf Fortress doesn't really do that in every aspect. It does that kind of unintentionally in some ways. But I do kind of like that some things are abstracted. Because a lot of that stuff isn't abstracted in adventure mode, as an example. It's like time is abstracted in Fortress mode, whereas in adventure mode, it's like surviving for 10 days in adventure mode can be a challenge sometimes. Whereas like in Fortress mode, 10 days is like beds. You know, I've always thought that, like, dwarves are kind of like... They're kind of like Klingons in that way. Cough, CDDA, cough. CDDA is a very good game that it's very easy to make fun of. We're also going to need to get clothing going, so I'm going to get a processed plants job going. The one thing that I will always, like, make me do a double take is when people say that making beds out of wood is elfy, not dwarfy. It's like, making things out of wood is dwarfy. Growing things out of wood is elfy. Because elves don't make things out of wood, they grow things out of wood. Sheesh. It's like arguing the most meta semantics. Making beds out of metal is dwarfy? No, they don't. So it's not dwarfy. It's artifacty. Made a wooden minecart. All right, so make a track stop right here. What we got going on here? Well, significantly more pleasant now that the zombies are dead. Just, you know, slowly building a fortress defended by a volcano and crossbows. How about yourself, Deep Space Renegade? Wood comes from the earth. You're running away for the weekend. You have a good one. We'll see you later, Talon. Take care of yourself. We are stuck in an ad now. It's not the greatest timing. I was hoping that would happen first, but it didn't, unfortunately. So I will just queue this up and we'll wait. Game's paused. Nothing more dwarfy than wood. Sure. Woodchucks around are all very happy. And also, chat room, my next scheduled stream is going to be Tuesday, the 17th. I will not be streaming on Wednesday after that, or Thursday, or the following Friday, so I will be missing basically 3 streams, but I will be back on the 24th. It's also the day that my washing machine is getting fixed. We should be through the ad now. So now that gets collected there. So you are going to load from here. You're going to load stone. And the whole shtick is, well, when full of desired items. And then down here, at stop 2, you're going to apply it that way when empty of desired items. Very simple. Now we have 2 minecart routes up and running. And I don't know how all these bolts ended up here. Okay, something else I'm going to do is I'm going to queue up wooden crossbows. I make 10 of them. I was like, why did Laya die? No, Laya didn't die, just his sprite disappeared for some reason. And I'm going to just make a boyer here for now. Just going to make a boyer. And also, thanks everybody for tuning in on a Friday, chat. That should get orders shifted over to it pretty quick. I caught another rhino. I caught 3 more rhinos, actually, not 1. I caught 3 more rhinos. Chat, I repeat, we caught 3 more rhinos. 3 rhinos. 3 more rhinos. You happy with the rhino? Catch, harvest, collection? All right, so now we're gonna channel out the ceiling here.
Yay, rhinos.
Trust me, Rhino knows nothing about this. Thanks for the $1, Darius. Going through me always today is not great. Oh no, what's up? You're hitting both of those? Oh no, that sucks. I hate it when slight changes are made to devices. You know, actually, let's just cut out one more. And we're going to cut out this lower layer. If anything, actually, just set it up like this. Right on the liked fixture and you discovered it this morning after last. Oh, that sucks. Hopefully the landlord is like relatively proactive about that. Water damage is no joke. Yeah, no. Definitely. It would suddenly be very dark. At least mining through dirt like this is very quick. We're being up. Which removes the ceiling, and as you can see, grass appears on this pretty quick. And then we just get more chalk. I'm not sure how I got that first one set as mudstone, but I can replace it with chalk. Cat Lady, thanks for the Prime subscription. Chat room, can I get a round of beers for the $1 as well as that brand new Prime sub? Gotta use their Prime, damn right. It's okay, chat's in their Prime today. Okay. Getting there. Weird how they're just like skipping a bunch of spots. What? Dwarves, your pathing is odd to me. Guaranteed no cave-ins now. So this won't actually be usable until the entire ceiling is covered. But it also shouldn't take too long. Question is, am I still making rock blocks? Yes, I am. Okay. But thanks for the follow and for the Prime, Cappy. Oy. Mostly to feed rhinos. It's mostly just going to be a field. But surface plants are a, unintended side effect, I suppose. Unintended benefit, I guess. Sorry, I have hiccups apparently. Base case false. The metal crafter's been taken by a Fey mood, meaning I'm probably going to need to very quickly make a forge. Which I'm in the process of not wanting to make right now, but... Good to see this thing's working. Yeah, we're going to need to reprioritize literally everything into just simply doing that for you. For a dry couple of days, the leak seems to be in the roof of the building, though it's not the loft. Well, that sucks. This is the other minecart route we have. Kids run over, load the minecart. And then as soon as minecart full, somebody else runs over and pushes the minecart. Nyum. And then another thing I need to do is I need to make this into a stockpile. for stone. And then, well, actually, not metal ores. And then set you up as a... Use a stockpile to which the selected stockpile will give items. This will give items to here. So they will move stuff from there to there and then up into there, which isn't like the most efficient setup right now, but it's fine. It'll do for current. All right, so yeah, you haven't grabbed anything yet. So I'm just going to assume that I need to get this done stat. So we're kind of in a hurry all of a sudden, which is unfortunate because I don't like being rushed. But we're being rushed, so isn't much I can do. That or, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna do this. I just said I don't like being rushed. I'm gonna show you just how much I don't like being rushed, chat. Instead of me doing the normal person thing, which would just be, you know, building a normal forge, I'm going to balance a forge on top of a volcano for you. Because I don't like being rushed. Volcano forge. You're just going to teeter-totter it on the edge of a volcano. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Meanwhile, there's just random wild rhinos running through. That's not how the volcanoes don't erupt in Dwarf Fortress. Like, at all. So we don't have to worry about that. Not unless you retire and reclaim the fortress. This is fine. Figured it was very scenic. Sounds like a tourist trap. They're always either pre-Steam. They're either me. Okay, it's one of like three things. It's either me doing it manually and forcing it to happen, and by that I mean channeling around the edge and like digging into the volcano and letting it erupt, or it's because I reclaimed it. I don't know which clip you're talking about. Could be one of many clips. So likely my bet is it's me manually doing it because I usually do that manually. I've done that with a couple of forts over the years. Built big lava lakes. I think I did one since Steam came out too. I think. But yeah, volcanoes don't erupt by themselves. It's something the player has to do. They've never erupted by themselves as well. It's not like it's something that got patched out or something weird like that. Used to rent a place where a leak developed in my ceiling above my bedroom. My landlord ignored it for weeks. Finally, ceiling caved in, and a family of possums came down with it. That's awful. I had a ceiling cave in my last apartment, and then I moved out. And then I tried to sue them, and it didn't work. So don't ever try to sue people. Although it didn't end up costing me much. It was just a pain in the dick for a couple months. Good time and safe travels to and from too. You'll miss the stream on Tuesday. As all next week, you'll be managing your very large conference. Well, you have a good time managing the conference, and we'll see you when we see you. MB Audio. All right, there you go. Copper bars and rough white jades. Works for you furiously. Okay, so with all that being done... I think I'm gonna flood this with lava. I think I'm gonna do that. The problem is I would like a way to stop it from flooding. Base case false, the metal crafter has created... Fancy. Has created... Guy cut Tyrid. A copper crown. And offers it to the ageless creation. Made a crown. Made a fancy hat. It's worth 3,000 buckaroonies. It is all craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It is studded with copper and encircled with bands of pear-cut white jades. Simple, but effective. Which is better than silent, but deadly. We are going to give this to our broker. You can wear this. The broker can wear the fancy hat. Okay. Speaking of things, how's this doing? Grass is growing. Good, good, good. Okay, let's do this. Yoink. Thank you for your input. Glass half empty. It is noted. And I will probably forget about it and or ignore it. I don't know why that Rhino is running around so fast, but constantly on the move. Right, up here, this is going to be this. This. Let's see, how many of these bedrooms still need to be assigned? Quite a few of them. I missed cabinets in one of these. I'm ashamed. My failure. All right. And these can all become bedrooms. 10 more bedrooms. Did you just look that up, Stone? Or do you just, like, have that on the dome? I feel like that's probably my max speed, too. But also on my... Oh, actually, no, you said miles. Never mind. I have no idea how fast that is, actually. Maybe on a bicycle. All right, so far so dwarfy. Oh yeah, generally it's 2,000, like times 2, but I like being specific when we're talking about dumb specific numbers like this. I know for a fact there was one time I got pulled over for riding a bicycle too fast, so. Chad, I have a question. Very important question. Are you afraid of magma crabs? Well, I'm not. Wow. Good dodge there, glass half empty. Celebot, you may not want to be standing right here. Okay, good. Okay. No apparent reason, Rhino. Got it. Okay, so now that we dealt with the no apparent reason, Rhino, let's jump back up here. See if I can do this just yet. Got 14 chalk. These boulders. Tired of waiting. And down here, going to assign all of the stray rhinos. And then I'm going to geld them. That's the next thing I'm going to do, is then I'm going to geld most of them. A rhinosaur? Rhinosaur. You know, I've heard many words for rhinos, but rhinosaur isn't one of them. Okay, so the baby one is the only one that's tame. So I'm going to geld both of the dads and do that. And see how many more we need. How many more we can put in here. Okay, here come the rest of them. All right, Rhino Farm acquired. And we are filling in the roof. Because grass grows through dirt, this is considered above ground, even though it's not. Curious to see the value of ivory crafts. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to be doing anything along those lines with them. We'll see. It depends. All right. Well, with all of that done, I can figure out how I'm going to get lava over here. Because this is going to get filled up with lava. But I need a lava-safe floodgate. I don't think I found any rocks. I don't think I have any lava-safe rocks just yet. But before we do that, let's prioritize more bedrooms. So let's just do some bedrooms. I'm pretty sure all I have right now is non-magma safe stuff. Can you do that in iron? Sure. I'd rather use the iron for not that, but like if I have to, I can. So if I run out of options, sure. Basically, I need to either make a floodgate or a drawbridge, and I need to make mechanisms. So that's kind of a lot of iron I need to waste. I'd rather not do that, but like, yes, it is an option. Generally, like, I try and find lava-safe stone first, because it's more efficient, it's easier to do. I can make both mechanisms and items out of magma-safe material that way. I can't remember the last time I had bauxite in a fort. Literally nothing except for making totems. So basically nothing in regards to what can you do with skulls. Basically nothing. I'm really hoping that the ad starts right as the game's saving. There's an ad that's about to start. Please start. Please start ad. It says starting soon. Start already. Start. It's gonna start right. There we go. It's gonna start right as the game's done saving. Also, chat room, I'm not trying to make you cry or anything, but today's probably going to be a short stream because I have a lot of editing I need to get done. And most of that, and all of that has to be done by Tuesday. So we'll do a little bit more here. I got some stuff I want to get done for this fort. But what do you think of this fort so far, chat? I think it's been a bit of an entertaining mess. Still a bit of a mess, though. Dowie, Mako. I too like the E-Volcano. The E-Volcano, it's like an e-cigarette, but for volcanoes. You're amazed that the lava trough didn't overflow. Lava doesn't have pressure the same way water does. I like this comment, chat. This is a comment I'm going to read verbatim from YouTube. He was accepting remembering a cavefish woman's body. Oh, the unimaginable pain this fish man has witnessed. To finally accept the memory of seeing his fish partner's lifeless body on the ground. The literal guts of this story. Taking down a forgotten beast was simply a well-placed attack from a spear. This story should be remembered. It's like this, as they began accepting the death of their fish partner. It's on the clip of that, the fish man just like stabbing a forgotten beast to death. It's very funny. At least I find it very funny. When will I learn? So I have 5 shirts that are made out of this material. It doesn't clean my glasses. It just makes them dirtier. 2 seconds. Baby have been born? Who made baby? Laya Gushka, the militia captain, is giving birth to baby. Congratulations, Laya. You have baby. Any questions? Oy vey. Alright, so I think we can just move all of our grazers under here now. Alpaca, you get down here, you and you. Functional fortress? I'm not going to say that this fortress is functional necessarily, but an elven caravan has come to trade? Arrgh. Would you like to buy a rhino? Because we have rhino. Oh shit, they have unicorns? Ooh. Hold up. Could sell them cloth. I don't really have much. But, actually, you know what? Let's just do this. Cut gems, please. Do it now. Also have 2 wild boars that I can train and then slaughter. Sell them the crown for a unicorn? No, we'll keep the crown. But I will absolutely sell them something. You know, I'm going to sell them a bunch of mugs. And queue up more rock mugs. We'll make more rock mugs, and I will sell them the rock mugs. I'm sure it'll be an absolutely fair trade. I would like to see what you have to sell. Elf. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. What did they just do? I see liquids there. Did you just contaminate my thing with the thing? What did you do, elves? Did you forget to take showers before you got here? Tisk. Vile force of mug? Seems like questionable branding choices. How about instead I sell them a minecart certification mug? Chat, are you minecart certified? Well, you can be if you have this mug in your possession. This mug will remind everybody in your general vicinity that you are a certified minecart operator. All right, let's see. What do they have? Acorns, leaves, and fruit, blah, blah, blah. All right, well, I will buy all of their bayberries. Maybe next time they'll be nice and bring me good stuff. You're going to get the sticker when you get home. Hail you. The wonderful elves. Actually, I unironically could sell them coal, because I do actually have coal. I could, in fact, make coke and sell them coke. All right. Why is there no magma-powered wood furnace? That's all. Kind of redundant? I mean, I'm kind of redundant, but that's not the point. I was, you know, you're not. I don't disagree with you, but also, it would maybe make our meme less funny. Although, if I start making certified pump operator mugs, I think I might get somebody arrested. I don't know. What are you, certified pump operator? What does that mean? Smile. Lever boy. That's also pretty bad. All right, well, let's make Coke. Amount of Coke available is less than 20. 10. Make 10. Boink, boink. Okay, and then I will... let's just fill this up. What good colors do I have right now? What are my color options? Bad, 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 bad. Okay, fine. Chert and chalk ain't bad, no. A little bit of limestone and andesite for flair. All right. At least today we haven't had too much seasoning. And if you don't know what I'm referring to, it means there hasn't been much salt today. I do really, really like the way this andesite looks. Or handrite? Anhydrite? I don't actually know how to pronounce that, but I do like the way it looks. The last way? Sure. Okay, so once this is all done, I'm going to queue up a few other things. We're going to queue up... just going to do this until I run out of magnetite. And then pig iron bars, steel bars. And I'm just going to set those to infinite until I run out of magnetite. It's very simple. Set stuff to 0, they will just repeat the job until it runs out, regardless of the cancels. Some migrants have arrived. Chat, would you like a dwarf? This one's a mechanic. Got poor memory. He's cheerless. Hates tradition, hates competition, hates the law, but he's patient. Dwarf, Board guy. Board guy show up, and board guys say, is dour as rule, is conflicted by this, because party and merrymaking is bad. I'm gonna stop doing that. Presents himself modestly and frowns on flashy accomplishments, does not feel lustful and tends to hang on to grievances, is slow to trust others and is assertive, is stubborn and he tends to consider what others think of him. He is moved by art and beauty that be natural, and he is troubled by this as he value natural whirl. He tends to be a bit stubborn in changing minds about things and tends to only form tenuous emotional bonds with others. He isn't particularly curious about the world and needs alcohol to get through the working day. Dreams of creating a work of art that is great, and personally finds the following of tradition foolish and limiting, sees competition as wasteful and silly, and does not particularly value the law, finds eloquence and artful speech off-putting, and worships a god that isn't a chinchilla, so thus you, need to move beyond your traditions, I suppose. No wonder you have no friends. You're a longtime member of the Uncommon Mansion, and you're part of the Fellowship of Reasoning. It's probably got something to do with why you hate tradition. This dwarf here be, Matt Carax. Matt Carax is not careful with resources when working on projects. Spends unnecessary effort and can get caught up into deliberations when action is necessary. He is confident under pressure, and he is not the type to fall in love and develop positive feelings. He always is tense and jittery and often feels discouraged, tends to ask others for help with difficult decisions, likes to brawl, and tends to share his own experiences and thoughts with others. He has little interest in joking around, and he is very humble. He does not have a great aesthetic sensitivity, and he is conflicted by this as he values parties and artwork and its creation. He has a tendency towards forming deep and emotional bonds with others, and he generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity. He tends to avoid crowds and occasionally overindulges and is troubled by this because he values self-control. He gets distracted from conversations easily when he's angry, stomps his feet repeatedly when he's angry, and mutters under his breath when he's trying to remember something and needs alcohol to get through the working day, and dreams of skill, mastery, and sees moderation and self-control as very important and values peace over war. Has 2 lovers. One's named Ast. The other one doesn't exist anymore. And you're joining the military. Along with Shady, apparently. Welcome to the fort. That's weird, Baka. Who up next? Dying son. Dying son is not dying and also not a son, but is in fact a pump operator and a proficient surgeon. He worships a god that isn't a chinchilla, and he's brave in the face of imminent danger. He doesn't seek out excitement, and he does not have a great aesthetic sensitivity. He's conflicted by this as he values artwork and its creation. He does not mind wearing something special now and again and likes to keep his things practical without delving too deeply into the abstract. He often acts with compassion, is generally quite confident in his abilities when undertaking specific ventures, and he tends to be swayed by emotional appeals. He often feels lustful, and he needs alcohol to get through the working day and likes working outdoors and only grumbles mildly at crappy weather, and you dream of mastering a skill and personally believes that it is important to conceal emotions and refrain from complaining, and thus, by that logic, you're also joining the military. And I think that's it for naming for this round. See what else we get. Couple more dwarves, couple more dwarves, couple more dwarves, couple more dwarves. 52, 53, 54, 56. Oh, that's a donkey. No, it's a mule. It's a useless donkey. Weaponsmith. Okay, cool. I need more bedrooms. Yeah, okay. Let's slaughter some animals and eat them because they're delicious. And, no, this is not the same world. Atlantics. Oh, God. A lot of dwarves. Okay, I need to make more bedrooms. Stat. Stat. Yeah, it is a lot of dwarves. We just went from 42 to 63. So, I am under the assumption that we need a lot of space right now. I also still need to get my stockpiles sorted into better stockpiles, but... I'm also expecting to run out of doors next. I'm pretty sure I'm going to run out of doors before I finish this. All right. How many doors do I have? 40. Okay, never mind. Well, actually, no. Most of those probably aren't in stockpiles. Pretty consistent regions from random world gen? I mean, world gen isn't that random. Unless you're, like, really messing with it, but... Used limestone, we'll use dirt for the next round of doors. And I'm gonna go down here and we're just gonna do this, this, and this. Make some more of thems. Oh, why you lost your orders? I want you guys training. Pick up equipment. More wild boar bone bolts. Yep, there they go. They can go practice. And they can also practice on this side. Well, the boar bone bolts are ending up down there. Edzul has been taken by a Fey mood. The bone carver. Probably going to go for a craft store shop then. So hopefully we can get pretty consistent archery practice going. How many quivers do I have? Not enough. Okay, so I need a leather shop and I need more quivers. Let's go clothing and leather. Just make this right here. Go up to here and make quivers. What's up, Creed? How's things? Also need more beds. Have a good time with your own Dorfin. We'll see you when we see you, dude. And they need a farmer guild. Cool. Cool. What do you think? Good look? Farmers Guild. We can give them windows looking out over the farms. I think that could look nice. I think that could look nice. Let's go down to here. See how many of these I have to place. More than I thought. Let's see how many of these I have to place. More than I thought. Placing a bunch of doors. Not beginning to place beds. Is my wood stockpile empty? Nope. No, it is not. We'll see you later, Laya. We will see you later. Next stream will be Tuesday, unless I do something secret on the other channel. I'd like to put a pillar into this. I can always come in here and pave it later, so we'll just do this for right now. And this is going to be an office. Or not an office, a meeting zone. It's going to be assigned as a farmers guild. Farmer hall. He's not quite high enough, but smoothing it should make it high enough. So this over here, still don't have any lava-safe materials, do I? Could just use iron. Or steel. Let's use one. I'll just make it out of steel. We'll do this easy. Steel mechanisms. 2. So we're just sitting here making steel bars. That's how this is going. If I look up bars, we got 41 iron, a bunch of steel, pig iron, coming along nicely. Also, investments are open, chat, if you care to invest your tickets. We'll plant some sweet pods, I think. Let's check their equipment. Update equipment. There we go. They can all go grab their quivers now and all can start training. And for the secondary squad of Laya's squad, you're also going to become an archer. And I'm going to make steel bucklers for everybody. In fact, we're going to make 20 of them. Which means I now need a place to make steel stuff. So we need a magma forge. I really like this color for the smelters. Hope you guys agree, because I'm going to make everything out of this stuff. This is probably going to get moved eventually. But it's the location for right now. training continues. Got dabbling Marks Dwarves now. Anybody else that could be added to the Marks Dwarves? Besmer the soap maker here is a competent Marks Dwarf, so we're going to add you to the list. How many people in chat have never used Marks Dwarves out of curiosity? I'm assuming it's a pretty large number. Purely because of the fact that, like, they didn't work for so long. Yeah, no. I struggle to get them to work properly. Melee just works more consistently. This is true. I mean, the only way to actually make them work properly is if they have no actual access to the enemy. And so they basically have to be in a tower or, like, separated from the enemy. That's, like, the biggest piece of advice you can really give to people trying to set up crossbows is, like, they need to be completely separated from the enemy and have no way of pathing to the enemy. Although, I've heard reports, and by reports I mean I heard this yesterday. Apparently Putnam might have a fix for them just charging the enemy. And I think I know what it is, but apparently Putnam's actually working on it now. Yeah, if you try and use them the same way you use melee dwarves, they just won't work. It's kind of the point of Dwarf Fortress, Muchies, is to overwhelm you to the point where you can't keep up. It's kind of what the game does. If it's too much and you just want to learn the game, hit escape, hit settings, go to game, scroll down to strict population cap and birth and child cap, and lower that number. Set it to like 50 or 60, and then you will get that many dwarves plus that many extra children. So I currently have it set to 300, but you could set that to 25. You'll get 25 dwarves and that's it. So as like a learning mechanism, that's part of it. That's what I would recommend doing. Well, what Putnam was talking about a while ago, Doc, was setting crossbows so that they're not considered melee weapons, but that may have unforeseen consequences, such as, like, sometimes you just want the crossbow dwarves to beat the thing to death, right? But usually you don't. So, if crossbows are suddenly no longer considered melee weapons, that might not be the worst thing. Also, I see that DM, and yes, there is room on Better Twitch. I just have to upload it. Elfie. Is this an enemy funnel you're building? Enemy walk in this way, right? There will be a lava lake beneath this. They then walk down to this layer and walk over to here, under this, and then like around, well, not around that way, and then around this way, and then into the fort, like maybe here or something. Somewhere around here, they'll enter the fort. But ideally, if they make it through this, they'll get killed by cart grinders. This is just a tower for ranged dwarves. That, or alternatively, maybe they'll just go underneath this and then pop back out up here. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Then bring them down this way. That might actually be more convenient. So is it an enemy funnel? Kinda. Not really. Cart grinders, yes. It's where you set mine carts to go so fast that anything that touches them turns into red mist. And you make them out of something heavy, like platinum or iron or lead. Or we could just make minecart shotguns again and fill them with lava, because that would be easy enough too. Everybody, the FAMP was kind of a hit, so... But do not try to use cart grinders against super heavy enemies, because if they are super heavy, then like they literally can't. They will get stopped by the enemy. So if you try and use carts against like, I don't know, ogres or things mounted on elephants, they will not be able to do anything particularly effective there. All right. This is going to be for ammo, but only ammo made of metal. And also, let's grab these two. Equip. Okay, I need to assign uniform. Actually, no, I'm just going to add a uniform. So this is going to be called Metal Crossbow. We'll tell them to use a breastplate. We'll tell them to use a helm. We'll tell them to use greaves. We'll tell them to use gauntlets. We'll tell them to use low boots, although it doesn't actually matter that much. We'll tell them to use bucklers, and we'll tell them to use crossbows. And, yeah, we'll let them wear. So now I can reassign the uniform. Now they will pick up those bucklers. Now they have shields. A more effective weapon than a crossbow in melee. That is pretty heavy, yeah. I have a tantrum. Honey? Oh, maybe it was that artifact, which I definitely wasn't paying any attention to. Of course, they can use bucklers. That's what bucklers are for. If they don't use shields, they use bucklers. Actually, I think they might be able to use shields, but I'm pretty sure they by default, they use leather bucklers, but I've just set it so that they can use metal bucklers. The enemy have come and are laying siege to the fortress and then immediately left. Who the fuck was that? I have no idea. Maybe it was the human tower that's just north of us? And in here. Well, that's concerning. Ah, stricken by melancholy. Well, that's a shame. Anyways. A lost adventurer. Oh, that's just Steve. He's just here to say hi. Okay. Let's see how down here do. Well, more bedrooms made regardless. 14 bedrooms. See how many dwarves still need them. Nope. not actually that bad. Okay, never mind, it's pretty bad. Well, let's just assign board guy to bedroom. Don't ask me why your bed's in front of your door. It's a very strange choice on your behalf. I need to get more cabinets and chests. Intruders! Drive them away. I beg your friggin' pardon. It is, in fact, the necromancers. Urvesh is sitting here going, oh, friggin' my god. Anyway, they're here for, bodies. They're here to check my body pile to see if it's worth, searching. Scouting party, Chad. Scouting party. Rumors of our enemies' fears spread. Also, the next thing I'm going to do is steal Oh, wrong one. The next thing I'm going to do is steal crossbows. We're going to make 20 of them. Because, you know, we've still got tons of this stuff left. Still got tons of coke, too. I genuinely wonder. Darius Cardrin is a proficient armorsmith, and you're an accomplished weaponsmith. Asked. Say that. Who of you? Oh, can I not attach to? Whatever. I really hope that this is good enough. And it is? That's good. And I think that this is for everybody. I think everyone will understand this. This is very important. This is something that the fortress must do. Avuz Crestgold is a deity of the Uncommon Mansion. Most often takes the form of a male chinchilla and is associated with caverns and mountains. Very important. Hamster? It's a chinchilla? Gosh. Absolute. What's the word I'm looking for here that isn't too mean? Sacrilegious individual? Blah. I'm glad you all recognize the importance of recognizing the impressiveness of his dusty coat. But it looks like a hamster, but is cute. The thing that heathen, sure, that works. Heresy? Okay, so I'm going to make a track stop there, and I'm going to do this. This is going to be for bituminous coal and metal ores. And this right next to it is going to be for the exact same thing. And I'm going to make a cart stop here. It's going to be loaded with those, and I need another wooden minecart. No flux with the ores. I guess I could also throw flux in. Chat room, out of all of the stone that we have, I'm going to remove chalk from our building. We're going to do that. I'm going to ban the use of chalk. Stone use. No longer use chalk for construction. Because now for this. We're going to end up with so much random chalk just everywhere. And you... Oh. This is already helping with the efficiency, but not by much. Human caravan has arrived. Oh shit, I never traded with the dwarves, did I? We had another dwarven faction show up to trade, who I never traded with, I don't think. Don't mind the naked child here. How much cloth do I have? Really? Oh, duh. I'm smart. Definitely because I forgot to make a loom. Crunch, crunch. Who's making a goddamn minecart? I require minecart. Why you not make minecart yet, you lazy Dwarfus? Where minecart? Grumble. Do it now. I demand minecart made of avocado stat. My hipster minecart. They can be. This is a video game that has options. I choose to trade. You can plunder if you like. Currently, I think we have enough threats with the demonic overlords that are, you know, going to be attacking us again soon with zombies and monsters and zombies and monsters and monsters and zombies and zombies and monsters. So, I personally feel that it's maybe wise to try and stay friends with the living. For now, obviously. And monster zombies? Yeah. Okay. It's a lot of white jades. I don't think I need all of these. But it'll do. Last fort's different fort. This is new fort with new world, new friends, new dwarfs, new people, new faction, new everything. New morals, new memes, new nap times. Hail the fluffy pelt. Dusty pelt. Not mining. Chilling in the tavern. Who cares? We have 63 other dwarves. Why do they need to be doing something when they're not mining? Dwarves are allowed to have downtime. Cheese, please. Oh, okay. Instead, I'll buy the fish, meat, basic plants. As much of them as I can afford anyway. Man, you guys demand a huge profit. Okay, fine. Needy twits. So this is my rhino house. Set up some more farming. Seeds, pigtails, no. Plump helmets, no. And barrels, no. After your power nap? What'd you use to power that nap? 9-volt battery? Car battery? Blood amaranths, please. Do not know how many we have, but I keep seeing seeds everywhere, so we'll use those. I know nothing about what you're talking about. Not only are those rhinos, that's a rhino and that's a baby rhino. Rhino with big head edition and small back legs. I want to know, is this does baby rhino just have tiny legs or is it sitting? 'Cause I think it's sitting, in fact. It will take them 10 years to grow up to full size though, so it's gonna take a while. And I'm going to... make one of these. I don't know where to put it, so I'm just gonna put it here for right now. It's just a small, ugly unicorn. So I have a child that doesn't have any clothes, so I'm just going to do cloth shirt. Sure, shoe. Cloth trousers. Cloth tunic. Cloth. What are my dwarves wearing? Shoe, sock, glove, trousers, tunic. Okay. I'm going to make 8 of each. Very small order. And do I know why? It's because somebody was living there. That's something that you very rarely see in Fortress mode, as they're not all over the place. They're in specific spots. But you found a campsite, or like an area that a group was hanging out in, and either like plotting something, planning something, preparing for something, running from something. Basically, you've discovered a campsite. That's basically an adventure mode feature that you don't see in Fortress mode all that often. Which is kind of awesome, if you ask me. Okay, I still need quite a few more bedrooms. It's raining goblin blood. Oh, boy. No more goblin blood rain, giant cockroaches. Yes. We do have rhinos, though. Come on, don't complain about everything. Not everything is gone. Some things are cool and new. We have rhinos by chat's literal holding the stream hostage with the format of gifting subs, forcing my hand to tame the rhinos, which I had no desire to do. I'll have you know. Only doing this because of bribery from the chat, which is purely scandalous, frankly. Yeah, so we have rhinos. But that's yeah. I mean, no more giant roaches, sure, but hey, rhinos? Rhinos, come on. It's okay. Maybe you're not used to it right now. You'll get used to it. It'll become the new normal. Some migrants have arrived. Speaking of the new normal, chat, it is 3 p.m. You did join the military, yes. But you are safe. You are alive. You are alive and well. Actually, no, you didn't join the military. I thought I put you in the military. Okay, well, I'll put you in squad 2 then. UGDPY. The military is entirely Mark's dwarves, so. All right. Chat room. It's 3 p.m. We've been live for 6 hours. I'm hungry. I need to go eat lunch. And I have a lot of editing to do. I think this has been a good start to this fort. I'm quite happy with it. There will be streams before I leave for TwitchCon. I'm going to try and get some bonus streams in just because like I am going to be gone for a while. But it highly depends on how much editing I have to do. Don't just run off because we are going to raid somebody. So stick around. But it highly depends on how much editing I have to do. And how much editing I can get done. If I can get everything done between today and tomorrow, Sunday I'm getting a COVID booster as well as a flu shot. So if I'm not dead, maybe there will be a stream that day, but unlikely. If I'm not dead, maybe there will be a stream Monday. And I guarantee you there will be a stream Tuesday. There will be stuff on the YouTube channel. And I'm going to hopefully have enough so that there will be stuff going up every single day between now until, you know, I leave and for while I'm gone. And then when I get back. We'll be doing a whole lot of extra streams. It'll be a good time, hopefully. Maybe. Alfie, maybe. All right. Let's see who's on. Let's take a peek around the world of the internet. And thank you, everybody, for the wonderful turnout today. Like, so many people showed up. Today's been good. Today has been good. Well, we've got a brand new Dwarf Fort person. They say this is day 1, Fort 1 in their title. That'll work.